Good morning, guys. So, wanted to show you guys how I was scalping this thing. I was just scalping the hell out of it to hit my goal. Um, I kind of got into one area where it kind of was like a little bit gloomy. So let's play so I can show you guys how my day went. I'm gonna be fast forwarding this a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, as soon as the bell rung, I jumped in here for the breakout over goal time. I was expecting it to go way further, so it started forming a wick and coming down, so I got out. And so now I see volume is still growing. You can see volume is pumping. So I jump back in. I knew this was a problem area. So I had already drew my lines and I already showed you guys how to do that by going to your daily chart. So now it's kind of dipping a little bit, but I know this thing is just super strong. It's got a lot of volume just kicking in. So I know this is a problem area. So of course I'm going to try to get there. It's hesitating. So I quickly sold, took my profit. And as soon as I sold, it starts to pop back up. Well, no, no, no. This is when it starts to come down a little bit actually. But it did go up higher. It did go up a little bit higher. You'll see when it goes back up. Um, I'll jump, I'll jump back in. As you can see, my trade was right there. Actually, right there. So I wait for the dip because I know whatever goes up must come down. So I waited for this little dip. I jumped in and it popped up. You see, it goes pretty much to where I marked, right? Right there. So I basically sold because I know this is a problem area. So I took this little profit. Then I see it goes above here. So now I'm like, okay, so this thing's super strong. I jump back in. I know the next problem area is right there. So I jump in and then I saw a wick forming. So I got out. So now all I'm doing is taking two $300 increments at a time. So now I see that this is still the problem area and it's still super strong. So now I'm like, okay, let me wait for this thing to come down a little bit. It's not coming down, so I see it's breaking this threshold, so I jump back in. So once I jump back in, I tried to sell up here. For some reason, I got filled over there. Did you guys see that? Like, let's let me rewind this so you guys can quickly see what just happened to me here. Watch this. So I jumped in there. I'm expecting to sell around there. Watch this. It pops up, I sell, and I got filled down here. How did that happen? Sometimes we get bad fills. It's just how it goes. And as you can see, it's still up there. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow. So they got me on this one, which is okay because sometimes it happens. It might have just dropped that second, and I just got filled there. And I didn't sell quick enough. So you're supposed to be really selling on its way up, but I did sell on its way up. I just probably wasn't fast enough, or I just got. Sometimes that happens. It happens all the time. So now I'm a little afraid of this thing because basically it just went from 365 to 471. So it made a dollar move. I'm pretty much up anyways because as you can see, I sold right where I kind of got in. I only took like what 160 bucks loss right there. So now I know what goes up must come down. So I'm waiting for this thing to breathe. Because stocks are like humans, man. They go up and down. They breathe, exhale, inhale. So this is a living thing. So now I'm watching it and I'm waiting for it to go back up. Because right now it exhaled. Now it's going to inhale. And then it's going to exhale again. So now I'm waiting for it to exhale. How do I wait for it? I'm waiting for the next candle to go higher than this candle here. So now I'm just watching it, but I know it just made a big move. I probably shouldn't have been jumping back in. I should have stopped right there because you're going to see after this move, it got very tough for me. And as you can see, it kept going down. And now it came back up over here. But here we go. Boom. This candle is higher than this one. So I jump back in. And this is a false, this is what you call a false breakout. Because it broke out and you can see it never really did anything. It just, and I knew this was a problem area. So part of it was my fault. I should have waited for it to go above this problem area to see if it's really strong. But, sometimes, you got one win, two win, three win, four win, and this is kind of like a break even. So you think like, you got this, and sometimes you don't. So now, once it dropped, I waited for it to drop close to the EMAs to double up. At least if it comes back in the middle here, I'll be in the green. So right now it's not quite in the middle yet. I was waiting for it to go a little bit higher so I could be in the green. Actually, it was like kind of in the middle there, but I wanted it to be green. I didn't want to be like break even or red. So then it starts being closer to there now because I'm trying to be in the middle, um, right around the 39 mark, 39, 40. Anything above 40 would be in the green. So, my average right now is like 439. So as you can see, it's just hanging around that 437, 436 area. I needed to go above 439. That's where my average is. As you can see, I'm going to draw a line right about that 439 area just to keep a reminder. If it gets to that area or above that area, I should be selling because now I'm just noticing the volume is going down. Everyone's probably just leaving because they made their profits right there. And I should not have jumped in right here, especially when I already had my goal. I already hit my goal. But sometimes you want to be a little bit greedy to try to get a little bit more. And now look at me. now, now I'm in a position where I could take a loss and wipe out some of these gains. But I still have confidence in this stock. Why? Because it's above VWAP. This blue line is VWAP, and anything trading above VWAP, any stock that's trading above VWAP means the buyers are in control. Anything trading below VWAP means the sellers are in control. So right now I know the buyers are still in control, so it has potential to keep going back up because it did not go below VWAP. So now I'm just waiting for it to do what it's supposed to do. As you can see, a couple times it tried to dip down below VWAP right there and right there. But as you can see, the buyers are still in control. So now if it went below 415 area, I probably would double up and then sell it. I mean, triple up and then sell it. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that it was going to pop back up because it's still holding above VWAP. As you can see, every time it drops below VWAP, buyers came in and pushed it back up. So that's where I felt confident. So now it's popping back up. So now, as you can see, it's above the 439 area. As soon as it got above there, boom, I sold. I got out. I was in the green at that point. And so once I sold, now at that point, I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, maybe this thing has more strength, which that's the greed talking. And but I see volume is kicking in, so I'm not really just being like delusional. I see that volume is going up. You can see this bar is higher than this bar. This bar is higher than this bar. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is just a pullback. It was a longer pullback. So now it's going to break out again. So I'm watching it over this candle to jump back in just to see if it has more strength, even though now I jumped in here. Now I know if it goes to 455, I'm going to get out if it doesn't go above 455 because I know this is a problem area right there. So it's not exploding. It's forming a wick. It's having a little bit of a hesitation. So now I'm like, okay, it's hesitating. So let me just get out because this is a dollar move. Let me just end it here before I lose. I already like broke even there. Well, I took a small loss there. So I didn't want to take another loss, so I took an $80 there. Um, and I ended up with what is it, 1,400 with all these trades. I mean, um, and that was it. That was pretty much the end of the video. Stop right there. So that was pretty much the end of the video, you guys. So as you guys can see, I ended up just stopping there, and I did pretty good stopping there. As you can see, look what happened after that. It dropped all the way down here. It bounced on this line. This line right here that I drew became support, popped back up. This became resistance, and then it dropped back down again to support, and then it exploded. I didn't want to stick around, you know, much longer because I had already hit my goal, and I'm up. Let me just take my wins. Just remember, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So yeah, I could have stayed longer and jumped back in when it went above here. Took this move. Yes, I would have made more money, but you know, my goal is to try to do as much as I can between the first 15 minutes, and I don't want to be hanging around longer than 15 minutes. As you can see, um, you can see my trades here. Um, I was done. Look at this. Basically, I got in at 9:30, and I was done at uh, 9:38. So 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, I was done. So there's no need for me to continue trading. I like trading the first 10, 15 minutes. So, and as long as I hit my goal, I try to log off because you don't want to get caught up in stuff like this. Anyhow, that's it for today. Don't forget, you guys, I buy houses. I'm looking for more properties to buy. I'm actually looking at a 6-unit apartment complex right now that I'm negotiating. I put in my offer. Hopefully, this guy accepts my offer. And this one's going to be a pretty decent deal. 6-unit apartment building. We do buy apartment buildings as well. We buy vacant land. We buy, single family, multifamily as well. Whatever you have, I am an investor. I will look at it. And if we could put a deal together, if we could buy it, I do pay a referral fee for any type of referral. So let's say if you just know someone who wants to sell or know someone who's going through some hardships, who's going through divorce, who lost their job and they just can't afford their mortgage anymore, call me, contact me. My email is below. I will buy those properties and I will pay you a referral fee. Typically, my referral fee is $1,000. Um, Now, I'm not a greedy guy. If I do make a pretty healthy profit, I do pay more than $1,000 as a referral fee. I've had this one young lady who sent me 3 deals in like 1 month. She sent me 3 deals. So I ended up paying her 2,500 for each deal that she sent me. Um, I'm going to pay you if if you're going to like send me leads. If you're gonna send me deals and I can make money, why not pay you? So each deal she made $2,500 on each in 1 month. So that's 7,500 in 1 month in her pocket. So, if you guys have any properties you guys want me to take a look at, go ahead and send them over. I buy houses. Um, just wanted to throw that out there. I trade for 10, 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes sometimes. I'm never sitting here for more than an hour. I just can't sit long. It's hard for me to even watch a 2 hour movie, an hour movie. I can't even, I have to take breaks. I don't like to sit down for long. Like, I always got to be active. I always got things to do. This video is long. And, if you guys are going to have to listen for a little bit. I'm showing you guys how I'm doing this. So you guys might as well listen to me and help me out as well. But I do need some properties. Doesn't matter what state they're in. Obviously not outside of the country, but any state, any major city, it has to be within 30 to 45 minutes of any major city. So the center of the city, any major city, has to be radius of 30 to 45 minutes, not farther than that, because I don't want to be like in the boondocks or somewhere out in the woods. Now, don't get me wrong, I've bought properties out there in the middle of nowhere, but that's only because they were dirt cheap and nobody really I got them very, very cheap, and these people just didn't want the property, so I got it at a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal price. But I typically do not buy 30 to 45 minutes outside of any major city. But inside of any major city, contact me. I will take a look at the properties. I will make an offer. And if you're sending me multiple deals in 1 month that I'm closing on, trust me, I'll look out for you. I will make sure you get paid more than $1,000 for each referral. But if you're sending me one, you know, here and there, every couple of months, I pay $1,000. I can send that through either Cash App, Venmo, however you want it. I'll send it to you. Um, if you want me to priority mail express it in an envelope, cash, I'll do that too. I've done that. I've sent cash to people before, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, just I need more properties, you guys. Help me, help me, help me. I need to buy more properties. Like I need more houses to buy. So help me, help me, help me. I'm asking for help. Begging you guys, help me, help me. All right, I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna call it a day on this one. So I'll chat with you guys on the next one.